I think PO helped you go up on stage. Hello, Arif, how are you? Arif, hello, are you there? I can barely hear you, sir. You gotta speak up, turn up your mic, speak up. You're sounding like a quiet little mouse. That's much better. What is your question, sir?
My question is, as we non-speakers, we have been struggling for this language for 3 or 4 years, yet we have confusion when we talk to native speaker, we get stuck, we get problem. How can we overcome this problem?
What is the problem you have, though? I don't quite follow your question.
We cannot frame our exact word in our when we native speaker, we cannot frame exact how we can overcome this problem.
You can't come up with the words you want to use. Is that what you're trying to say, sir?
That's right.
Okay. So you're struggling with like finding like the right dialogue to use when you're speaking. So my suggestion is and this has been discussed before, is that you can pretty much, start studying additional vocabulary. Try, or if you can't think of the word that you want to say, describe the word. For example, oh, this is a four-legged animal. Oh, what is it called? It sleeps all day, chases mice. Oh, I can't think of what the animal is. And so you're describing the animal, and that person will be able to understand what you're describing, if that makes sense. So my suggestion is to basically be able to just try to describe what it is you're saying over what you're talking about. So describing what you want to say is going to be key to you being able to convey what you want to say. That makes sense. But I mean, it's just a matter of just making sure that you're practicing a lot with your peers, with your friends, with your family, colleagues, your English teachers. Make sure that you are just taking baby steps. Nobody's going to be fluent overnight. And I think Teacher Pio is going to chime in a bit as well with some suggestions. So I hope that helps. Or if if you can't really convey what you're trying to say, if I've gotten it wrong, you can type in your question, more clearly for me to be able to understand it in more detail. That makes sense.
Yeah, actually that makes sense. And I have one more question, that I am a candidate of IELTS. So how can I prepare for my best? Anyway, have any
I'm
suggestion?
sorry, you're a candidate for what?
IELTS.
I don't hear that clearly. Can you please type it in the chat, please? IELTS, right? I don't, yeah, we don't say, oh, you're just abbreviating. Yeah, so we just call it IELTS. So you're studying for IELTS, right? Is that correct? Arif,
Yes, it is.
okay. If you can keep your mic unmuted, that means the conversation will go more smoothly instead of just having to pause and then wait for you to unmute yourself, etc. So if you can, Mr. Arif, please just keep your mic unmuted so the conversation goes smoother. So what are you
Yeah.
doing to study for the IELTS?
Yeah, I have been studying for IELTS for last 1 year, yet I have lack of confidence to face the exam. When I face the tutor, on the time I feel nervous. already nervousness work with me. So how can I overcome this problem actually?
You know, Arif, I'm really trying my best to understand you clearly. You're speaking a little too fast. And I know maybe it's maybe nerves, maybe you're a little nervous, but I'm having a hard time understanding your full question. Maybe Pio got bits and pieces of it. Um, so can you say your question one more time, please?
Yeah, I am a candidate of IELTS. So I when I face to exam on that time, I get automatically nervous. How I can remove my nervousness?
So you're not passing when you take your exams, is that correct?
Yeah,
Okay,
this is.
so what have you been doing to study for your exams?
I have been preparing for reading, listening, writing, and speaking for last 1 year. Yet I have problem. I face difficulty because I have lack of confidence. How I can overcome this problem actually?
Okay, so you're feeling like you're lacking confidence. My question to you, I don't think you heard my question clearly. You say that every time you try to take the exam, you don't pass. So I'm asking, what are you doing to study? I know you've been studying for the last year. What have you been doing to study? Do you understand my question?
Yeah, I understand your question correctly. You said that you said what I am doing for my
What have you been?
every day. I spend 1 hour for reading, 1 hour for writing, 1 hour for speaking, 1 hour for listening. So in
Are
this
you
way, I think I have improved. I have improved a lot, but yet I feel nervousness.
okay? Um, are you self-studying?
Yeah, I am self-studying because in my environment, no one speak English. That's why I am self-studying.
Okay, so maybe it maybe on site, you can't find people. But honestly, for anybody taking an exam, everyone gets the chills. I don't do well with exams myself, so everyone has their own way to study. You've been self-studying, you have not found a professional tutor or a teacher to help you. I highly would recommend, well, Hio says the exams are graded, so don't fear trying the level 1 exams. You'll probably succeed. You will just need to keep moving forward. This will build your confidence. You'll need to do exams. So my suggestion is if self-studying is not helping you pass, I would suggest hiring a professional teacher, an IELTS teacher. And yes, it's gonna cost money, but if it's for a job, for university or whatever, then I mean, that's just something you're gonna have to do, in my opinion. Um, I'm not saying self-studying
And
work. I'm not saying it doesn't work. For some, self-studying will work, but you might need to get an extra hand with a professional teacher or tutor when it comes to the IELTS exam.
yeah, I want to make sure from you that you, as a native speaker, when I am talking with you, you feel you find uh, any pronunciation problem or any lacking of me that you find.
Are you asking me your opinion on your speaking and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, so I kind of given you some indirect feedback. You're speaking. I'm trying to be as constructive as I can. Pio, stop me if I'm going over the line. But I think you have a lot of energy. I think you have a lot of spunk. I think you have a lot of strive. You're very hyper when you speak. I would say to really slow down to convey what you want to say. Maybe Peel was hearing what you were asking, not me. I mean, everyone has their own understanding. Some might be able to understand you better than me, but better than I could. So I would say try to slow down, take your time. You know, you're not under duress, especially when it's in an environment like this. My advice is to slow down, speak clearly, convey what you want to say slowly, so everyone can understand you clearly. So you're a little mumbled, in my opinion, but I think if you continue to study and continue to get help, then you'll be a shine. He's saying here, community schools will help you get the push you need. They should not cost as much as college or university, but they'll get you motivated to get you out and speak with others in the class you attend. They will also give you feedback, and there'll be formal curriculum plan for learning. Okay, good idea, Pio. So maybe at community schools, you can find an affordable tutor or teacher that can get you in the right door, to get you going. So you won't have to like hire like some uni professor to like, you're gonna fork over, I don't know what the amount would be in your country, like maybe $50 or whatever. But maybe with a community teacher, you might get them from half the price or half the cost. I'm not saying like what you've been doing has been a waste, because you're striving to do better. You self-study, you cradle when it comes to the exams. So I think getting some help, getting a professional tutor, like Pio's saying, a community school, will help you, guide you. And it might cost you money. You know, that's the cost of needing to do better. Some people self-study, some people don't. Some people get tutors. So it's all going to determine on what you're able to do for yourself.
So is that my pronunciation okay, or I should little bit work on my pronunciation?
Can you hold on 1 second? Sorry, can you ask the question one more time?
Yeah, is that my pronunciation okay, or I should little bit work on my pronunciation?
I think your pronunciation is mediocre. I think you're working on it. Might be good to get others' opinion. Go into the pronunciation channel and ask for their feedback. You know, find some insights and stuff like that. That will help you get some feedback from other peers. So I think it's moderate. I think you're doing okay. But yeah, so give me just a second. I gotta check on a quick message, guys. 1 second here.
So I also wanna say with all the audience, you can write down in the chat, is it my pronunciation okay, or I should little bit work? I leave it for audience.
I think you're having a hard time listening to what I just said, buddy.
Yeah.
I said you're doing okay, but there's a lot to improve on. I'm trying to use my words wisely so I don't sound like I'm offensive or offending anyone. But yeah, so I would say it's definitely something to improve on. Thank you, Arif. I'm gonna let the next person come up on stage now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Neil Lancy. Neil Lancy. Hello. How are you? Lancy, are you there? Neil Lancy, going once, going twice. Neil Lancy, going 3 times.
You can hear me?
Hello, we hear you now. All right, and our session will end.
I think my mic is
Oh wow,
is broken. I don't know.
Oh, wow, you are very loud.
Okay, sorry.
How do
Wait.
I don't know how to. Oh, sorry, Arif. I did not mean to disconnect you. I just meant to move you to audience. I'm sorry, Arif. My mistake, buddy.
You can hear me fine?
I hear you very loudly, very loud. Let me see if I can I? How do I can't lower your volume. Oh, here we go. User's volume. All right, speak again, Neil. Speak again.
Okay, I will talk much louder. Louder, no. I don't know how to say the opposite of louder. Sorry.
Wider. All right, what are
Louder.
questions
Okay.
I can ask for you?
Okay. Hi. Pues, it's my first time in a server in speaking English. I'm from Colombia. So I had a question about how can I improve the pronunciation, because I think that I have a good vocabulary, but the most difficult part for learning English for me is the pronunciation. I don't know if speaking with other people in the server, or maybe looking videos, TED Talks, interviews. And the other question that I have is that when it's not a question, it's more like if you can give me feedback, because I don't pay for any teacher in English. The things that I know is because I listen to music, I watch TV shows and movies in English. But how can I improve my English and my pronunciation based in the things that I said in this minute? So that's my question of I don't know how can I improve the things that I said you.
So I understood your second question, your second request. Can you write down,
Okay.
because you said a lot for your first question, can you summarize it again or write down your question in the chat so I can address it properly? Because
Okay, how can I? Okay, sorry. How can I improve my pronunciation, because I am learning by myself?
All right, so improving your pronunciation. And then what is your second question?
And how can I improve my English and my pronunciation when I'm not, I don't have any teacher. I don't pay for teachers. I don't know if maybe searching movies or listening music.
All right, so basically you're asking how to improve your pronunciation and how to self-study. Is that kind of your question? Thank you, Mono J. Thank you. So improving your pronunciation and self-study. So this has been addressed a lot, so it's going to be a good answer for everyone to hear again. But I think you guys can't hear. Hey, can you hear me now?
Right.
Can you guys hear me now? 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 Good. Okay. How long? Why it takes so long to type yes? 3 letters. Okay. Perfect. Sorry about that. All right. So just reiterating self-study and improving your pronunciation. So we've gone over this before, and there's a lot of ways that you guys can do that, and that's usually through media, listening to music, watching TV shows, TED Talks. The sky's the limit with the ways that you can work on your pronunciation. So basically, if you're listening to a video or an audio, you repeat it. practice your vowel sounds, your blends, focus on stress and intonation, use pronunciation guidelines, seek feedback. So when you have things that you're saying, Neil Lancy, are you still there? You can unmute yourself, buddy. So, just self-studying though, it's all about what you're able to do. You have books, you have videos, you have audio, it's just, and honestly, I can't stress this enough. And maybe others will disagree, but I really think it's important that you guys find someone to pay or someone who will do it free, which is slim to none. And if you get free advice or free help, more than likely, I'm only guessing, I'm not making accusations, but more than likely, you're going to get somebody that doesn't know everything. They're going to be learning with you. So usually when you get free help, it's someone who's also studying the language as well. That only works with, I think, in my opinion, finding a language partner only works if they're a very beginner level. So if they're at the very beginning of speaking English, that is going to be the what works. So I hope that helps. And Lancy, Neil Clancy, sorry, Neil Clancy. Does that help a bit? You're kind of muted, so I can't hear you right now.
Yes, sir. That helped me.
Yeah.
And also help me for not being afraid of talking in English, because I talk in Spanish. So that helped me. Thank you so much.
No problem. Hey, Casty, how did you get up on stage? I'm kind of curious.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
Hello. I'm fine, thanks. And you?
I'm very well. Thanks for asking.
So, actually, I have a pretty similar question, like besides my exam and stuff like that, but I want to ask how to improve my English in general, because I assume I have like B1, B2 level, and I want to improve and use more advanced vocabulary and stuff, but I made like thousands of mock tests. Like, I read lots of things in English, I watched movies, like all this stuff, but I'm stuck on the level I already have, and I want to improve somehow, and I have no idea how to do that. So, yep, that's my question.
Okay. Well, I mean, it will be a matter of, well, what exactly is it that you're watching? If you're watching really simple TV shows or cartoons, then that might be what's stopping you because you're not going that extra mile, that extra step. So, it might be more like you might have to watch slightly more advanced movies. You might need to start, maybe you're already doing this, but watch movies without subtitles, continue to speak regularly, and practice speaking, write as much as you can, use vocabulary and context, try to think of more advanced ways to communicate with others. Those are multiple ways that you can kind of do that. I mean, you are doing the basics. You're already, watching movies, music, news, all that jazz. But maybe what you got to start doing is setting goals for yourself. Maybe you got to set a goal that you're going to give a speech in front of 50 people or what have you. Start setting goals where it's going to require more advanced work. So if you're going to set goals, think about things that you want to do. I want to expand my vocabulary. I want to comprehend more reading materials. I want to prepare more for tests. I want, whatever it is you're thinking about. So I hope that's helpful.
Okay, and maybe you have I'm sorry
Sorry, come again?
interrupting you, but maybe you have some recommendations what I can watch, like maybe some your favorite
I mean, like
movies
advanced
or like
movies might be
YouTube
like,
channels, you know.
there's lots of classics you can watch that might require a bit more understanding. Um, so Orca, I know we're gonna be ending soon though. You might not be able to, Orca. Oh, sorry, Orca. Sorry, I'll address this question really quick here. Yeah, you are really speaking well. I would say like, I don't know, like oh gosh, Pio, what's the movie with the thief and the guy lets the thief go? The Great Gatsby. Like watch classic movies from novels, like big novels, that are considered classics. I think the Great What's the movie with the thief? Or is it Les Miserables? Maybe it's like Les Miserables. That's a big movie. Titanic's a big movie. So think of like long movies maybe that might Gone with the Wind. There you go. Catch Me. Yeah, that would work. Catch Me If You Can is a bit long. There's a lot that goes on. Gone with the Wind, there's a lot that goes on. You have to find movies that require. I've been here for 2 years. What tense? Ask Pio. I'm horrible with grammar stuff. But I hope that's helpful. Manoj, you're going to be my last speaker, by the way. And then Cassie, thank you. I hope
Thank you
that's
so
been
much.
helpful. All right.
Yeah, thank you.
Manoj, are you there?
Yeah, thank you for letting me give me the opportunity. So basically, I want to ask. I'm preparing for IELTS. Okay, I'm facing bit difficulty in speaking test. So I have a comprehension of basic English, mediocre English only, but I can hold myself in my field with English. But say I wanna ask about how to clearly present our thoughts in, because they will ask one question, you have to talk about it and give an explanation on that. Okay, so how can I make my thought clarity even better?
How can you make your what bigger? Sorry.
uh, Clarity of thoughts while, say, you want to speak something and you are already thinking about what to speak next.
Okay, so that's where you'd probably would come into expanding your vocabulary, recording yourself, watching longer dialogues on like TED Talks, see how they convey themselves, see how they pronounce, see how they come up with it, see what they come up with when they're at a bind, when they're stopping. So sometimes there's a saying, less is more. So less is more can be considered better depending on what it is. I hate grammar too, Casty.
Yeah.
Yeah. So but yeah, that will be something that you can think of. So I would just say just keep practicing. Like I said, record yourself, make a journal, do an audio journal, make an audio journal where you're conveying everything you want to say and then record it and then listen to it. How much did I say? Could I have said more? What can I add to it? So I think the golden advice here is do a journal, audio journal, record your day. What did you do today? What did you come across? What was for lunch? How was my boss? Who did I talk to? What did I talk about? Record, and then that will help you listen to yourself. Also go into the pronunciation channel, practice speaking there, convey your thought, join the debate rooms in Discord, in the English Hub Discord, so you can actually get an opportunity to convey more and say more. So anyone in the audience have some advice for Manoj? Anyone? Okay. Thank you, Manoj. So I am going to conclude. So the stage is closed, but I will go through some of the questions you guys have asked in the chat. I don't know I don't think I'll have a class tomorrow. Probably won't. Blue Army, get a basic English course, do a lot of English conversation with others. That's great advice. Yeah. So I'm going to kind of scroll up here and look at the questions here. What about the Mr.
Thank you, Grant. It was helpful.
Sorry, sir?
Thank you. It was actually very helpful. I just have to
Okay.
practice more and use it more in a regular day.
Yeah, I'm glad it's been helpful for you. So thank you though. And I'll go ahead and move you back to the audience, sir. All right. So guys, my question to you guys is, are there any questions you guys want to ask in the chat? I'm going to try to go through here. Questions I did not answer, or Peel may have answered. Mr. Grant, when I speak in English, I always translate from my language to English. Sounds weird. What should I do? Well, as you know, it doesn't matter what language you speak. Everything's going to come out differently, whether you're speaking French to English, German to English, Chinese to English, Spanish to English. The translations are always going to be really strange. And if there's anyone who speaks Spanish, you'll know that if I say I have a black shirt in Spanish, you would say yo que not say I have yo tiene or blue shirt. Let's say blue shirt. Yo tiene azul camiseta. I have no, sorry. It'll be yo tiene camiseta azul, whatever. So you reverse your translations. So you're never going to get perfect translation. It's always going to sound weird. So, and sometimes there's words in your language that won't translate to English and vice versa. There's words in English that won't translate properly to your native tongue. So I hope that has addressed that question. MJ is here. So, okay. Done. All right. Put a check mark. Smiley face. Done. Next question. Let's see here. Nina, you're awesome and amazing. Thank you. Thank you. We're going to start our VIP class soon. The three of you need to put your heads together. You, your husband, and Mr. Art, put your heads together and decide a time when you guys can all study together. And we'll start our VIP class soon. Let me see. I will have been here. Oh, I could help me out to here. Let's see. Do you have basic core? Look at useful. What are the most common mistakes when learning English and how to avoid them? I've gone through this. I've gone through this before as well. What are common mistakes? Sometimes it's grammar, it's improper tenses, it's pausing too much, speaking too slow, speaking too fast. So like there's many, there's a whole list of them, so when it comes to it. So it's usually when it comes to wrong word order, wrong verb tense, confusing similar words, neglecting listening and speaking practices, so not listening to everything in its entirety, ignoring grammar rules when it comes to writing, a lack of expanding your vocab, not asking for help or feedback, thinking that you're perfect. That's a big mistake as well. Let's see, more questions. Maybe this is the golden time I should come in. I've seen the most I've had today. Let's see. Am I looking? Here we go. Pio, did I miss a question? I know you're answering in the chat. I think I've addressed all questions asked. If I've missed, I don't know. Okay, it's okay. If I miss any questions, please ask them again. Otherwise, I will close out soon. So, Oh, by the way, guys, this is live. You guys will be able to watch this live. So I'm good at understanding and speaking others. Here is the live link. Do me a favor, and follow it, and watch it, because here's the thing, guys. I'm gonna start to do giveaways once I achieve the milestone of, what is it, 3,000 or whatever, 500 hours or something like that. I don't know, 500 subscribers, and I think 3,000 watch hours, I think. Let me have a look really quick here. Let's see here. So I'm looking at my notes here. So basically, I need to get to 500 subscribers, and I need 3,000 watch hours, or 3 million short watches or whatever. That's impossible. But once I achieve that, I can start doing giveaways. So I will do that. I'm gonna address Vish's question as well. So the question he's asked is, and this was just asked the other day, I think, too. So he asked, I'm good at understanding, he said, I'm good at understanding others, but somehow whenever I try to speak in English, I cannot speak fluently, even after practicing speaking in front of a mirror. What would you suggest? So again, it's speaking regularly that's gonna help you a lot. So by speaking at a regular basis, it's gonna definitely help you. Focus on communication, not perfection. Don't worry too much about making mistakes. Like I said, you want to focus on what you're going to communicate, not your mistakes. Don't think too much. Let's see here. Record yourself speaking, listen, repeat, expand your vocabulary, use fillers. I've kind of gone through this yesterday. So I hope that's helpful. Okay, someone's saying about the problem with vocab. When I find new vocab, I can't use it very well. Then I forget how to improve on that. Flashcards, make recordings, record journals using the vocab of the day, and that might be helpful. Getting extra assistance, getting extra tutoring help might be helpful. Yeah. Vish, no problem. I'm glad that was helpful. So guys, do me this favor. Let's make this happen. On top of oh, and by the way, again, there's no nobody's under any obligation. If you guys wonder how can you support me, like how can you support me? Others have ways to support. I have a Stripe link to support me. If you guys want to contribute, that's fine. Another way to support me is to share my YouTube channel, watch my videos, get me up to that 3,000 mark of watch hours and 500 subscribers. I will start doing giveaways when I hit that landmark. What else? I have the Stripe link. If you can't use Stripe, you only can pay with PayPal or with Wise. You can do it that way as well. Just send me a message. But again, there's no obligation. I'm not forcing anyone to pay anything. Another thing I want to say is that you go, oh, I only can give $1. That's fine. You can send $1, you can send $2, you can send $5. Anything helps. I've had students that sent me $1. Yay, subscribe, so train your English and have confidence. And I'm going to start to try to do more content on my channel. So I'm going to start to actually do more content. I have a thread on the English teacher part. I want you guys to go on that forum. So there's a forum in the Discord. I don't know how to tag you guys there, but if you go to the forum and there's a forum on English Hub. So if you go to that, it's like English teachers or as his teacher, not teachers, I'm sorry, teachers chat. So go to teachers chat, go to the forum and start writing down things you'd like to see on my channel, and I'll see what I can do to do that. You guys have been awesome. Love you all. I hope you guys have a wonderful time. Nina, catch up with me. Let me know when we can start our VIP time. If you guys want to join no. I didn't mean to say, wait, who said $5 is nothing? Did I say that? No. I mean, I hope I didn't say that. I didn't mean to say that. I meant you may think that $1 or $5 is not much. Sorry, Nina. I didn't mean to say it that way. I meant that you might think you can't send much. I see what you mean. 5. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Sorry. I thought I said something wrong. Okay, it's all good. I'm saying you might think it's not much to say I can't send anything. I can only send $1. I can only send $2. But it does help. Yes. I mean, any donation is valuable. So I have a Stripe link in my profile. You can click it. It caters to your country. So if you're in Pakistan and Egypt and Japan, I see. You're generalizing. Okay, I got you. Yeah. And speaking of which, I'll say this. We're looking at building the VIP class, and it's only gonna be $5 per class, temporarily until we can get more students. So if you want to join the VIP class, it's gonna be about $5 per class in the group. So you'll be a group of like 6 to 8 students, or 4 students or something. I haven't figured it out, but it will be around $5 per class, give or take. That's what it'll be for the VIP. If we can get enough students, and that's what it will be. Okay, so I've talked too much. Before I go, are there any additional questions regarding the class, regarding the VIP class? You can message me personally if you want to join the VIP class, but I'll try my best to cater to all your 2,000 for a compliment gold gift pen. I don't want a $2,000 gift pen. I want $2,000. Yeah, I do too, Nina. I mean, but the thing, I'm trying my best. I want to do, I talked about this before. So for the 17 people that are here, I want to do something where it's $30 a month for you guys to learn Monday through Friday, 1 class a day for 45 minutes. If we can get to 30 students to pay $30 for the month, that means you have an opportunity to study Monday through Friday or something like that. I haven't figured it out. I can try my best to get it down to like $20, but that means we need more students. We need about 45 students or something like that. So the cheaper I would have to make the membership, the more students I would have to have. If you guys can only afford $10, I would need 90 students, for example, for me to make enough for it to be worth my time. Thank you, Pio, for tagging that. So homework for you guys. I want you guys to well, first I want you to like the video. I want you to comment in the video classes you want to see. I want you to go to the Discord. I'm making lots of homework. I want you to go to the Discord. I want you to comment in that Discord forum. Tell me what you guys want to learn. I'll make it happen. And if you guys are interested temporarily, you can join Nina, and forgive me, I don't know your husband's name if he's in the Discord chat, but Nina, her husband, and a person by the name of Mr. Art, all three of them, John. So all three of them want to join and do a VIP class. They're eventually going to be 3 and they're going to be paying a little bit more. But if we get 6 students to join for $5 for the class, we'll make something work. If we get about 40 students for about $25 or $20, I'll make something work. I'll teach. Maybe I'll do like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday thing, and I'll teach twice a day, but I will make something work for you guys. It's my goal to make things affordable and fair. All right? Because I can get the fee. What do we need to pay for? Okay. Okay, so sorry, maybe you came in a bit late. If you want to join a VIP class with Nina, her husband John, and a person by the name of Mr. Art, it will be about $5 or a little less depending on how many join that class. So it'll be $5 for a 45-minute conversation class that you guys will attend, VIP access with me, nobody else. And that's my own personal thing. Mind you, this is 100% free. You guys are not obligated. I'm not forcing you to pay for anything. The other thing you might have heard pay for is if you want to contribute and support me, you guys can, share my videos. You guys can subscribe. You guys can. I'm losing my train of thought. I hope that's been I hope that makes sense. But I don't want you guys to feel like I'm obligating you to pay for anything unless you absolutely want to. Nina, her husband John, and Mr. Art want to pay for these VIP classes. Yes, this is 100% free. There's no obligation. I don't want to force anyone to do anything they don't want to do. But what I was also iterating is that you might think $1 is not much or $2 is not much. Oh, I only can give $1. That's fine. That works. Like you would send it via that Stripe link. If you don't know how to use Stripe, you guys can send via Wise, via PayPal. Help me out with other apps I can get through. Okay, vocabulary, got it. All right. Okay. All right, guys, I think that's my time. I'm gonna let you guys go. Take care. Stay safe. I'll catch you guys next time. Bye, guys. Bye-bye.